October is the start of the toughest season for fighting fires, with drought conditions, peak Santa Ana winds, and the curveball of climate change. It takes a tough job to a whole new level.
The need for response when these fires are getting so explosive so quickly, we're ordering everything we can right off the bat and throwing the world at these fires to try and keep them small.
That's Captain Thomas Schutz, the Public Information Officer for CAL FIRE San Diego County Fire Department.
We know that the potential for them to explode and become these mega fires, these fires that are 100,000 plus acres, we know that potential is there, and that's what we don't want.
He says stopping a fire from getting that big is not just critical to saving lives and property. The size of the fire determines how quickly a community recovers.
They're burning so hot that they're really destroying the environment. A lot of times they're essentially moonscaping these areas. They're taking all the nutrients out of the soil, and it's not good for the long-term survivability of these areas.
So what they do year-round is work with homeowners to mitigate fire danger and keep fires as small as possible. And that's not easy. They have to maintain about half of the county, or about 1.5 million acres. And a large portion of the East County is rural backcountry, prone to fire danger. The community of Crest is a good example of successful clearing.
I had a big potential in this community to have a fire potentially start in the community and make its way out, or to have a fire coming through and really impacting this community. And so our focus became to create this buffer going along the edge of this community.
In order to keep fires under control, firefighters must know where their resources are at all times and stage them accordingly. Everything on this map in blue and black is a firefighting resource in San Diego County, and they have plenty, but Schutz says historically when there is critical fire weather, multiple fires break out in many areas, and resources are stretched thin.
Our neighbors to the north, which usually send resources down to us, aren't going to be able to do so, and that's when it becomes really critical for folks to get out of harm's way as quickly as possible and to help us prepare for events like that.
Evacuations are daunting in some areas during normal conditions, but right now, when the moisture level is at critical lows, it's vital to heed warnings early and leave when the order is given.
We've seen from the studies that it would take 11 hours to evacuate 80% of Ramona. 11 hours is something that we're not going to have when the fire is blowing through there.
Schutz warns now is no longer the time to use mechanized equipment late in the day because one spark will start a fire, and says it's important during this month of preparedness to take the time to get your family and home ready. You can learn more at readyforwildfire.org. Kitty Alvarado, KPBS News.